So this now is an exercise in food bank boxes. So the idea was get the food from the food bank, and it includes some fresh produce. That is, oh, this one came with a little gift from a Girl Scout. And so we have peppers. We have lovely tomatoes. And we have 3 squashes. So what I'm going to do, I already know, because given these 3 ingredients, my go-to thing is grilled veggies, right? A little bit of garlic. And in the box, we have chunk chicken breast. Okay, so vegan household. I'll have to give that to someone. We have white rice. We can eat that. Whole wheat fusilli. Let's see, ingredients. I'm pretty sure this is a product of Turkey. Ingredients: durum wheat, semolina, durum wheat bran. Okay. And we got some milk. So the milk I have to give away. But I'm sure there's someone who will want it. Rolled oats, good for breakfast. So I'll do some breakfast tomorrow. Tuna has to be given away. Pasta sauce, that's good. Okay, so I know what our meal is today. Just pear slices and juice. Kidney beans, good, no meat. Kidney beans. Lots of pear slices and juice. I have to come up with an interesting... I like kidney beans, by the way, so it works for me that there's a lot of them. Okay. Great. So there were 5 things of kidney beans, which is good. There's protein there, and 4 cans of pear slices and juice. These are going back somewhere. Whatever. I have to figure out where. But nice little combination, or opportunity, we'll call it. Great. Okay, today's dinner: whole wheat pasta, some pasta sauce, half of the peppers, 1 of the 2 tomato things, and 1 1/2 of the squashes. So that will leave half of the squash for another time, half of the pepper, and half of the tomatoes for some other meal. Maybe we'll have Mexican salads. So now I prep. So here it is. This is what it looks like after it's all been sliced and just washed. I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of garlic, because I like garlic on everything. And then I will spray olive oil on it. A little salt and pepper. And that's pretty much... Oh, I'll put some seasonings too, like some oregano and basil and whatnot. Okay, a little bit of salt. I have some fresh basil from when we made pizza the other night. But we're going to use that in the sauce itself. So here is, it's Italian flavored, so we're adding all the Italian style seasonings. And some of my seasonings have been around a while. I don't know if they actually get old, but I used to make Italian beef, and that required a lot of basil. A lot of basil. And then I stopped making it. Okay, the oven goes on at like 450. Oops, bake 450. Oh, right, Celsius. Bake 425. Bake 225. Start. Okay, good enough. All right, so now I'll mix this with my hand and pop it in. This is the pasta going. Might need a little more water. We just put the grilled veggies in the oven, and I'm going to go out and get some green onions from the garden and some lettuces.
Both, well, optional, right? Because it's supposed to be based off the box.
Well, it's
not for the video. Or...
No, the box in the garden, because the original plan was for us to plant things in the garden and grow them, so that we could have fresh produce to go with the boxes. But now we are getting some fresh produce in, and we have already planted things. So yeah, so we'll get some onions and some lettuces. Okay. This is a great opportunity for me to yet again showcase my lovely garden and these crazy green onions. We did not buy them. We just, when we buy the onions, we just plant the stem. But look how big these onions are growing. You will not believe that these are actually onions, but they are actually onions. We have leeks over here. But certainly you are looking at green onions. So we're going to cut these off so that we can have them for the pasta sauce to make it a little bit nicer. And then I'll do a bunch of those, and then we're going to get some lettuces, some lettuces to go with all of the rest of it. And honestly, we don't eat these green onions fast enough. So I am looking forward to this because we will be making a dedicated effort to using our green onions. And I hear that tomorrow there'll be a dairy box coming my way for me to cook with. And we have in this house a vegan household. So some of the dairy box will be going to another household that I will pass it on to some friends. But and then at that point I possibly will make some substitutions. Oh, maybe I'll make oat milk out of the oats, because some of the things that we cook could use some milk type stuff. Okay, so I think that's good for onions for the pasta sauce. And then with the other hand, I'm going to gather some arugula. Easy to pinch off. Yummy to taste. Just enough for a basic salad taste. And I love arugula, it's so spicy tasting. Yum, yum, yum. And here we have some other lettuces. Let's take some of those leaves too. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there is the pasta. It's all ready to go. Opening the pasta sauce and pouring it into the pot. Oh, I just have to check this because this looks a little light and I hope it doesn't have cheese in it. Tomato puree, corn syrup, cornstarch, canola oil, carrot fiber, dried onion, and citric acid. Okay, so no, it's vegan, so no dairy or anything like that. And then we'll use a little water to make sure we get all of the sauce. And then I will cut up the onions and add it to there, and I'll use a little bit of the basil we had left over from the pizza we made the other night. Okay. Okay, this is the green onion and the basil, and just to be good, I'm going to add more oregano and basil into the sauce, because you can never have enough Italian seasoning. And if I didn't have fresh basil, I hardly ever have it. It's just that I was making pizza for dinner, and I thought I really want some, and my basil does not grow well. So, but if you don't have fresh basil, you can use the dried Italian herbs, and you can get those at like Big Lots or someplace like that for a very reasonable price. It got a little cloudy, but there is the veggies, and it looks like some of them are ready, so I'm gonna probably turn this off and turn them over and whatnot. Right, here is our meal. Everything in this meal, except for the seasonings and the lettuces on top, as well as the green onions for the sauce and some garlic, came from the box and the bag that was presented to me today. And what a nice meal. We also have half of the veggies left over for another meal. And we have lots of kidney beans, and we have oats and rice and Girl Scout cookies and pear juice and sauce. And all of that will come in some future meal, maybe tomorrow.